The Faribault Woolen Mill has been keeping people warm with wool blankets since 1865. This is Minnesota's oldest manufacturer. Now you can learn more about this company's long history in a new book called Faribault Woolen Mill, Loomed in the Land of Lakes.
And we are so happy to have the book's author, Lisa Simons, joining us now. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So I absolutely love the blankets. I have 2 of them. But in doing your research before you published this book, was there one fact that really stood out to you or something you learned that Minnesotans would appreciate?
You know, there's so much research. The history is just so rich. You really can't pinpoint one thing. I mean, even going back to 1865 when Carl Klemmer started the company, but he had resilience and his family had resilience, and I think that's one of the themes that comes through the book.
If you think about it, 1865, when this company was started, that was the year that Lincoln died, the Civil War ended. And to think about all the changes that must have been taking place in Winona and to have this company still be around today, you must have just been bombarded with all the research.
Yes, I was. The archives are at the Faribault Woolen Mill, and there are also archives at Minnesota State University in Mankato, and also at the Rice County Historical Society. Lots and lots of research.
What kept this organization going? I mean, I know that it did close down abruptly a couple years ago.
In 2009, 2011.
But it got going again, and it's thriving.
It is thriving, and I think what happens is you talk about loyalty, you talk about the local business, you talk about community, Faribault, and really going back to the loyalty, it's really two-sided. It's the management to the people in the factory and in the plant, and it's also to the management, and I think that's what's made it so strong now. Chuck and Paul Moody came in, and it's really taken off.
Why were you drawn to this topic? Because I know you've done a lot of children's books, but this is a different historical perspective that you've taken on.
Well, I drive by it. I live in Faribault. I've lived there for 13 years, and so driving by it, and I'd see it, and originally when it closed down, what a great place to stop a book. It closed. And then when it reopened, it was just very intriguing. Why did it reopen, and why is it still going strong right now? Why 150 years?
How many blankets do you have?
Well, now I'm embarrassed to answer that. I don't have any yet. So.
But she is wearing a lovely
I do have a lovely scarf.
Okay,
yes.
well, that's fair.
Yes, and I do have a shawl that I'll be wearing tomorrow at our book launch party at the Faribault Woolen Mill.
Wonderful. Well, I know I've never been to the mill, but apparently you can take tours and see the process, and you've done that.
Yes, and the photographer, Jillian Ray Photography, she's a former coworker of mine, and we got to take a tour, actually 2 tours, one with Paul Moody, and then the other one was with Jana Woodside, the retail store manager. We were dumbfounded. When you see the artisans at work, you will understand the quality of these woolens.
Oh my goodness, you're making me want to go and get a blanket.
Please go.
Well, Lisa's book tour launches tomorrow at the Faribault Woolen Mill from 4 to 7. She will also be signing books this weekend at Subtext in St. Paul and Content in Northfield. And more book signings are also planned. You can find out dates and times if you visit our website, WCCO.com/links. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you, I appreciate it.